And what is your number one concern? A lot of people say distracted drivers, cybersecurity. Well, Ken Day is here. He's president of CEO of Western Reserve Group. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for having us on.
Behind Craig Robinson, right?
Yeah, it's great to be behind a comedian.
Boy, he was a lot of fun. So he goes like, well, so what's fun about insurance after you see him? But when you need it,
we're there.
You're there for over 100 years, right?
That's correct.
Hey, last time we talked a little bit, we talked about how your company began, and it began with farmers and lightning rods and all that kind of stuff, right?
So it's a neat story. Back in 1906, a group of farmers in Seville, Ohio, which is about 50 miles south of here, were unhappy with their insurance company. So they got together and became entrepreneurs and started their own insurance company called Lightning Rod Mutual, because they put lightning rods on their barns to get discounts. And then now we are known as Western Reserve Group today.
Yeah, and it's funny, 100 years ago, nobody ever thought about the cyber problems or distracted drivers and that kind of stuff. Distracted driver on a hay wagon wasn't that big a deal back then.
That wasn't an issue, but you are right. Actually, the trends today right now is distracted driving is number one. Auto accidents are over 100% the last 5 years. Actually, 25% of all fatal motor vehicle accidents now are a result of distracted driving. And when you think about it, 4 or 5 years ago, distracted driving, right? That was maybe talking on your phone,
right,
or maybe texting. Whole different ball game right now. As you know, and as you see as we drive, right? There's people that are surfing the web, right? There's people actually FaceTiming. And actually streaming TV while they're driving, which is quite a scary thing. As a matter of fact, recently, I think I told you last time, we actually saw somebody smoking, petting their dog, and probably FaceTiming somebody.
My favorite is when they do the eyelashes in the rearview mirror while they're driving this way.
That is another one of distracted driving that actually is brought about, I mean, has created some accidents. And as a matter of fact, the legislatures in Ohio just enacted House Bill 95, which actually creates a secondary offense for distracted driving.
Yeah, I was driving to Toronto this weekend, and they have places, instead of the rest area ahead, they call it a text area ahead.
That's correct.
So things are changing in that respect. So I imagine insurance is changing regarding this also.
As well, that is correct. Because of the amount of accidents that are occurring, we actually raise rates if those people don't protect themselves by not doing those types of things in distracted driving. The other area, again, what you mentioned, is cyber and identity theft. Real critical right now for all of us. As a matter of fact, there's more cyber theft now than there are burglaries in people's houses. So it's those individuals that are online, right, taking your personal identification information, ransomware again, breaching your systems, wire fraud. So it's costing you or us as individuals sums of money, significant sums. And so what we did at Western Reserve Group was create a coverage that will protect you for that.
So Western Reserve Group has looked into this, and they have a way to do it. So how do you go about it? How do you know what to buy, and how do you know what you need, and how do you figure out the deal?
Our product, which is property and casualty, we're sold through over 2,500 agents in Ohio and Indiana. The best way is to actually go to our website, WRG-ins.com, look for an agent or get a quote.
How is your group in regards to like younger drivers, like students and first-time drivers? Well, they're supposed to be the most dangerous, right?
Actually, they are. You know, that's interesting enough, because they are. And the legislatures again are looking to pass a bill to I think the age now would be 17 before you can actually start driving or temporary. So they know that fact. But the other thing that's kind of disconcerting, and you talk about, we were just talking about our age, right?
Yeah.
There's more and more people our age that are actually using their phones for navigation or, again, watching.
That's a big thing, isn't it?
Right. And so we're seeing more and more accidents or fatalities from the senior group, who our reactions, as we know, are not quite as good as they used to be. So
we're talking about a company that's changing with the times, Western Reserve Group.
That's correct.
And you should probably check your insurance every how many years? Like, say I'm with State Farm, but I should
don't say you're with State Farm. Stay with Western Reserve Group.
Right, yeah. What should I do? Should I check every 4 years, every 3 years? How do you do it?
We say annually. It's like your house. You should check it annually just to make sure that you have the proper coverages. Your age, maybe things have changed in your life. You may have added kids that are drivers.
Kids graduated and gone.
That's correct. You may have more exposure because you've gained some wealth, so you need additional limits in your policy.
You have to insure the Mercedes or the Rolls Royce or whatever.
We sell you. That's correct. Because we sell your home, auto. We don't have any of those. You probably do, but umbrella policies are critical for someone like yourself or myself.
How do we get a hold of you guys?
Again, you can go to our website, which is WRG-ins.com, find an agent or get a quote.
Good guy.